Good morning. Back in the Spire in our happy place. Yeah. Absolutely. So. Also, was geht hier ab? Analysis. What do you want to talk about? You wouldn't call the Spire a happy place, but it is certainly our turf. Naja, it depends on the comparison, right? I mean, if you think about it in general, yeah, maybe it's not the happiest place, but if you see it as a comparison to the crap what is going on in the real world, I would definitely call it a very happy place. Very, very happy. Happy chappy. I also love very much it's just so great, man. We always run like 40 card decks plus, man. I love that so much. I love picking cards. I hate skipping. I hate skipping cards. And with the defect, I do not need to skip cards. That is great. I really liked it a lot. No, really. Like, I mean, skipping cards sucks. I don't want to skip cards. I don't like that. No. Over the defect. Ooh, this beautiful card rewards here. 46, 44, 40. Oh, yeah, nearly 40, 40, nearly 40, nearly 40, 40. Oh, yeah. 40. Also, yeah, we went through that last time, right? I mean, that was cool, but yeah. Nice. Okay. Played it was good as I was starting relic. Yeah, I also really love that you walk through the Spire and you start with hallways and you pick those cards. We can go through the cards of the Defect again, maybe very quick. Naja, maybe comparing them with other characters very quick. Also. Yeah, not with other characters, but in general, whether it fits baselines or not. Also baseline usually for attacks is in general 12. Now, yeah, it's different. Yeah, but yeah, like on the Ironclad or whatever. And Ball Lightning is maybe a little bit more than that. So the baseline of these cards is slightly better. Beam Cell probably 7 stats better than baseline. But still, I mean, you also do not have vulnerable infliction. Yeah, so we need to be fair. We need to be really fair here a little bit. But yeah. Block is usually in the magnitude of, I don't know, 10. Yeah, something. I mean, this is better than 10 for sure. This is better than this is like what Iron Wave in good. Compile Drive. Yeah, it's like a Pommel Strike. This is also cool that it's like draw. Sweeping Beam is like a cleave in good. Boot Sequence is just very good. But on the other hand, I mean, we also don't have Battle Trance. So we also start with like 200 less gold at the beginning because of max HP and starting relic. So you're basically starting with minus 200 immediately. What does the Ironclad have as the base deck? 5 strikes, 4 deaths, right? So you basically have one remove already. But for one remove already, you also have to. Naja, if we say dual cast is as bad as the strike, which is probably true, then we have what zap over bash. Yeah, I'd rather have bash. But yeah, So the starting decks are very comparable to the Ironclad. The starting relic is minus 150, minus 50 from the max HP. So you basically start with a minus 200 disadvantage, and the cards, yeah, I mean, there's no secret that the Ironclad, of course, is also better than the Defect. I'm just wondering, you know. It's just interesting how the differences in the character, they are just inherently different. We cannot even make any comparison, because they are just completely inherently different. Everything, card-wise, combo-wise, energy-wise. Energy is a big issue, by the way, because that changes the boss relics energy and the importance of those. And so, Ironclad cheats the energy with the corruption. So the 4th and 5th energy are not as important as usual, because Ironclad can, if you have corruption. Otherwise, it's very important. Otherwise, the 4th and 5th energy is extremely important. But if you do have, because you also do have a lot of card draw with the Ironclad. But if you do have a corruption in your deck, you can basically forfeit the 4th or the 5th energy. Specifically the 5th energy. Because corruption is doing that and covering that for you. And on the Defect, you have energy cheat in the form of double energy, in the form of turbo, and in the form of aggregate. And so those are your energy cheats, which basically means as long as you don't have them, it's like of utmost importance to have 4 energy. But once you have double energy, turbo, and aggregate, it doesn't really matter which one, because double energy means you have infinite energy. You go 4 energy, you play double energy, now you have 6. 6 energy into 1 less card. Okay? You play aggregate, you have a lot of energy, obviously. Unless your deck is already like smaller or like in the end of the draw. And if you get turbo, you also have 4 cards and usually 6 to 7 energy. So it doesn't really matter which of these energy cheats you use. Yeah, it's just important to mention that if you have those in your deck, you can absolutely do with 4 energy. Partly depends on the amount of energy cheat you have in your deck. You can even do with 3 energy. Yeah, and where's the energy cheat on the Watcher? Yeah, it doesn't exist, and that is why energy is so important on the Watcher, because energy cheat doesn't exist on the Watcher. Yeah, I know. There's this garbage energy cheat. I don't know. The one which is unpickable. I forgot the name. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter really. Watcher doesn't have energy cheat. And that is why the energy from boss relics are of utmost importance. Yeah. The one time being the swap, which gives you a little bit of energy in Deva form. Yeah, Deva form as well. Then there's the other one which gives you energized every turn, which also sucks. So never mind. There's I wouldn't even call those energy cheats because they just suck so hard. But yes, also Deva form, if you have a very late pick, or if you really are on 3 energy. But what I'm simply saying is the boss swap on the Watcher gives you like 1/3 of energy, which is not that relevant, but you also get a better assorti more of energy relics at the end of the act, because you cannot get the other upgraded Garbacho. And if you get this, you probably benefit like 1/6 or energy again. I'm just saying it's so important on characters which don't have energy cheat, but we do have. Yeah. So yeah, no, let's go. I mean, this is so cool. This is so cool. Yeah, really. What can I say? I love the Defect. It's really good. Naja, because you can pick all the time. Pick those cards. Okay. Hodor. Yeah, Hodor. The only way to do 2 late elites is on the left path. Am I skeptical? Borderline skeptical. What Defect runs are coming to a close soon? 9, we play 100. I already announced that. I can also change it to 100. Not an issue. So no, the defect runs are not coming to a hold soon. Na good. So maybe I also circumvent those questions like what does coach do after the games? What does coach do after the games? And I'm very happy to dodge those questions because, yeah. Okay, then they don't interfere with the gameplay then. So, can we go here and decide there? Yes. 1, 2 here, question things, and then we can decide for fire 1. No. If we go for this, fire 1 elite, can we go elite and shop? Yes. So the way I see it, we have 2 options. The one option we have to go through here into fire, into elite. Yeah. So the one option being, we start here, we walk through the question marks, we go through the fire into elite, into late elite, into very late shop, into hexagons. Option number 1. Option number 2. 1, 2, question mark, 3, 4. Fire before elite, fire again, late burning elite, late elite after 3 hallways. What are the advantages? What are the downsides? The downsides of the left path are no shop. So no way to spend your money. How much? 60, 90, 120, 150, 180, 190, 200, 300 here. We won't be able to spend the 300. And if we die here, we die rich. Okay. Another disadvantage, if this is like some kind of weird incarnation of a very devilish evil elite, it might be troublesome. Yeah. Left path feels like death. Does it? I don't know. We have fire before elite, which is very good. We have fire after elite, which is very good. For healing or for upgrade. Yeah. The burning elite, yeah, it's not, I mean, we can say that Hexaghost is troublesome. Maybe Hexaghost is the worst enemy. I would think Hexaghost as being the worst enemy. So, of these 3. Yeah. And if, no pyramid start Monka, I don't know. Is it, I think it's okay. I personally don't mind to start with the pyramid. Covers late game. Covers late game. So, I think it's a little bit bad at the beginning, but it will get good quick. So, yeah. How's the deviation if the first 3 flows suck? The deviation is bad. The deviation is good to fire 1 elite. The alternate play would be to go to 3 question marks, no, 2 question marks, 3 monsters, fire elite, which is nice. Late elite, which is nice. And yeah, and then question mark in the shop is also not the worst, and then we can spend all the money in the shop. The downside? Yeah. The downside is -1 elite. The downside is -1 elite. That's a realistic downside. Oh. Yeah, we also have 1 less fire. I don't know. I mean, after 4 enemies, we shouldn't have much problems here. Oh, Pyramid, by the way, is very good against the cubes. Yeah? Pyramid is very good against the cubes. Okay? I mean, very good, but you get the point. Alright. Pyramid is probably also very good against Lagavulin. Pyramid is not complete trash against Nob, because you can keep your skills so you don't redraw them again. I don't mind it too much, the Pyramid. In hallways, the Pyramid is not that great until we found cards. Yeah. What is our chance of dying on the left path? Yeah, not very high. We go here, we go here, we go here. I think Pyramid is a little bit bad in the first fights, but it will become break-even very quick. Yeah, so here it probably will be break-even already. Now we find some potions and some cards. Yeah. The last time Pyramid Swap happened. Last time Pyramid Swap, what happened there? I cannot remember. Was it on tilt or what? It's very strong. Yeah. It should increase our win rate. Yeah. But it's more into late game. Also, we won't feel the strengths early. We will feel the strengths later. So we go here, 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 and then we go here, and then we upgrade. Also let's say, yeah, also I don't feel problems here, okay? Then we can upgrade or rest. Both seeing chill. Then we go here. Okay, depends. But usually should be approachable. Now we can rest or upgrade again. We even get 2 extra relics. And now we go here. Now, can this crap us? With the pyramid less, because even if it's burning knob, like max HP knob, I think it's acceptable somewhat. Really. Burning cubes is more acceptable with the pyramid and Lagavulin as well. Now we have some advanced hallways, but we can use potions or heal or get a lot of cards. And we go here. I think it's okay. The super unlikely death to super knob. Oh damn. So here we can choose to rest or to upgrade, but yeah, that's okay. We will also receive a lot of potions and cards. And you don't feel it being enough downside that upgrade like that we can purchase in the shop. You're saying that's whatever, yeah? Because shop for relic, for remove, for potions. Yeah, left side is more value, right? Left side is simply more value. Yeah. And it's also more appealing because it's like pumping our adrenaline pump bigger, right? It pumps the adrenaline pump. Okay. Yeah, whatever we play. We can also kill now. But I want to chill. Chilling is better than killing. Huh. Potions. Tempest with a pyramid. Weird. Very weird. Recursion with pyramid, not so weird, but without dark of a little bit weird. Sweeping beam against hallways, sweeping beam against cubes, sweeping beam potential. Sweeping beam also against knob. Sweeping beam is good, yeah. It's also upgrade. Also against stuff like Bird. Yeah, free fight. Can probably even block twice. With the pyramid we can block twice, I assume. Because it's either kill or block again. Ja, so 16, also das ist Kill. Very nice. Scale potion is not so nice. We can use it against Lagavulin reoccurring. We can use it against the cubes reoccurring. So interesting. Hey Aeroplux, yeah, welcome man. Happy you enjoy it. How come Tempest with the pyramid is weird? You can spend your energy. And Tempest is an energy sink. The cool edit is slightly worse with the pyramid because Carter is slightly worse with the pyramid. Act 1 Ball Lightning seems fine. Ball Lightning is good against Hexa Ghost. It's good against Nob. It's also good against Lagavulin. There's also Go for the Ice, which skyrockets in value with the Pyramid. Usually a Go for the Ice is probably a plus 20. And I assume that with the Pyramid it goes to plus 60. Yeah. Not exactly sure whether Ball Lightning is doing the same. Against the cubes it won't matter. Against the cubes both are not great. Against Lagavulin, Ball Lightning is 1 energy, let's say 14. And Go for the Ice is 0 energy, probably 10 if you say block is more important. So against Lagavulin, Go for the Ice might simply be better. And against Nob, I'm also not sure. Because against Nob you can mitigate the big hit by a lot. If you play the Go for the Ice. Against Hexa Ghost, I guess Ball Lightning is better. Difficult to say. We also have to say that Go for the Ice is sometimes bad if you cannot spend your energy. But the Pyramid is covering that, right? So with the Pyramid you basically cover that aspect. Which is interesting. That being said, we could also argue that with the Lagavulin, yes, we can apply the weakness when we want, but we can also block when we want. And energy expenditure, we are currently underspent against Nob. We draw the deck in 2.2 and like we would draw it in 2.4 with the Go for the Ice for 7.2 energy, but we would only be able to spend 5 energy. So currently we are underspent against the Nob. Isn't Go for the Ice better with Hexa if you have it turn 2? Yeah, it depends, right? I mean, with the Pyramid you always have your block game ready, so I don't think so, no. Unless you plan to play until the big hit. Also, to take the big hit, which I very much doubt so. I think it's not important, because if you have high enough HP so that the Hexa Ghost, that the Go for the Ice would actually do something, then you survive all the hits anyways, even without the Go for the Ice. But after turn 2 you always spend 3 against Nob, since we freeze the skills. Turn 1, turn 2, and then from turn 3, right? Yeah. Turn 2 we basically drew all our skills, and then we will draw for 3 energy. That's actually an interesting point. Yeah, so this is basically what the Pyramid with the freezing of the skills, right? Zendamir makes a point that if you draw the deck in 2, then we draw 1 skill and 4 different cards, but the 4 different cards are simply 4 attacks. Maybe really Go for the Ice then, because if we draw 4 energy of attack consumption, we are much happier about Go for the Ice, which is 9 stats, than Ball Lightning. Specifically if the fight goes longer. What is our current assumption the fight going? It's like, because we redraw it every turn, it's not bad. 5 car 30. 30 damage after 4 is like 60. After 3 is like, okay, 66. We will take 2 big hits at the moment. And Go for the Ice can mitigate that. A lot. Go for the Ice can mitigate that a lot. Against the cubes, I'm not even sure which one is better. It's very close, but with the sweeping beam as well, I would assume that Go for the Ice might even be better even. Diminishing returns on Ball Lightning, but no diminishing returns on the Go for the Ice. You can even justify 2 Go for the Ice. And Lagavulin. Yeah, Lagavulin I really appreciate to have Go for the Ice over Ball Lightning, because you can just deploy it for big value. What we are on floor 2? Yeah. What do you mean? You mean we are finding more potions, we are finding more cards? Yeah, but it's good to assume that we don't. Because if we do, great. Then we are good. If you get a fire potion, great. If you get an attack, great. But if you don't, what happens then? We have 2 more fights. I also have to say that probably the biggest reason is that we picked up Katro. So now we can spend up to 6 energy turn 1. And this doesn't help, but this does help. This doesn't help in Hallways, yeah? In Hallways this is 7 damage. 7 damage plus the lightning which goes somewhere. Which I don't even know what about that. Like, okay, 7 damage and then the lightning goes somewhere. Whatever, right? On the other hand, we have this, which is 9 damage. Like 6 plus 3 from the strike. So it's more damage already. And it will save in Hallway. I'm pretty much on the go for the ice at the moment. Interesting. No. Really interesting. There are many frost generators and many lightning generators, but only one weakness. Yeah. So 20 gold usually, in our case 50 to 60, but wall lighting is also 50 to 60. Yeah, I'm just thinking about burning Knob where go for the ice is probably simply better. Because we can actually take the 18. We can take 18, yeah. Somewhat. I don't know. 18, 36 is 40, 44. I don't know, 44 is acceptable. Yeah. With the upgrade especially, maybe another upgrade on the fire, sweeping beam. We have sweeping beam for the hallways. We have sweeping beam for the cubes plus into block and also skill potion. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Interesting. Really, really interesting pick. Oh, I love to think. Huh. I love to think. We could upgrade the sweeping beam. That will do us a lot good for these. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Upgrading sweeping beam seems very legit. Defect has a very polarized card value. The polarization is between complete trash and very good. And I don't want to receive complete trash. Upgrade sweeping is phenomenal for the hallways to come. Phenomenal, really, that much. It's also phenomenal against the cube fight. It's also very good against Lagavulin and Knob. I like it a lot. Huh. Oh, I need to confirm still. Cool. Yeah, it's also about the upgrade. If you do the upgrade, we can also upgrade Zap later. Why? Because Pyramid allows upgrading Zap. Because it will not only will it be much cheaper, but it will also reoccur over and over and over again. Against Lagavulin, against cubes, even against Knob sometimes if you final blow. Okay? So, how important is that? Yeah, with the Pyramid it's very good. Because you also don't start with the lightning. So using this to generate lightning is also good. Then having this into this is also good. We will never swap it out because we can always swap out these. And we can always keep this also to push the orbs. So it's massive, the Zap upgrade. We could have even done the Zap upgrade, honestly. But I didn't want to because the sweeping beam felt better in those fights. Which is probably simply true. Here we have 10 block into a take 8. Sweeping beam takes less. We could get weakness. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And go for the ice. Strike again. Also, with again, I mean it just striked. That was super sick. Super. Everything played. Sweeping beam, upgrades played. Go for the ice, played. Everything played. Now this is rather interesting. Naja, Loop is insanely bad into Act 2. Unfathomably bad. Of course, Loop also bad, like without starting orb. Charge Battery is very good. Because it's reoccurring, it's with the Pyramid specifically good. And you play it and you gain the energy and you can always spend the energy with the Pyramid. Machine Learning is bad with the Pyramid. Naja, bad. But it's bad into Act 2. So let's take the one which is good, yeah. Okay. So we can spend our energy. Congratulations. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty good. And with pretty good, I mean massive. So the 12. You're extremely worried about Knob. Yeah, do not be worried about that. We will cover. We can even play Charge Battery at the end of the dude against the Knob. Why are they all attacking again? Dual cast into sweeping. Dual cast into sweeping, yeah. There are not many choices, right? Sweeping is currently 6. So this is 8. Killing nothing. So we can block 10. They did us good. Yeah, because they are attacking like hell, man. If they would have at least gave us a potion. Darkness. Insanely interesting with Pyramid. And with interesting, I mean must pick. Now, what about Knob, you said, right? Against Knob, we have probably 15 cards. What about that? We also said once we have our skills in our hand, we are rotating against Knob. Pretty much. Darkness is way too good to pass up on with the Pyramid. What Streamline with Pyramid is good, right? Question mark. Yeah, no. And Darkness actually is. We still have dual cast, don't we? Great. We also don't start with a starting orb. Great, because then we can dual cast into, we can set up the dark orb and immediately dual cast it whenever we want. Dual cast is insta solve against Lagavulin. It's also a semi solve against the cubes. It's also a solve on the Hexa Ghost. Yeah. This is the absolute incarnation of complete OP-ness, but this is the incarnation of trash. Yeah. What about Knob, you say, or what? Knob is halt not so good. This is halt the question. Suddenly Loop become... nah, Loop is not. Nee, also ich nehme mal jetzt the Darkness is way too good to do that. Yeah, to not do it. And now we can either rest or we can upgrade. Now, what did we say against the Knob? We said that the Knob cannot even through-bame us. Because even if he through-bames us, it's only 44. So... we never have... also unless you tell me that 3 turns, 4 turns, 5, we have 6 turns against the Knob. So we draw our entire deck 3 times. 27... 36... yeah, no. No problem. Upgrade what? Upgrade Go for the Ice. An upgrade Go for the Ice is usually not effective. We can talk about Lagavulin first. Upgrade Darkness is useless against the Lagavulin. Yeah. Because you kill anyways. Guaranteed. Yeah, we have 15 block to deliver. And we can go for the Ice, charge battery block into charge battery block. Yeah. So 0 respect from the Lagavulin. The cubes is with the Darkness upgrade a little bit good. I'm a little bit worried about the Knob if that the Darkness upgrade doesn't perform that well. What Go for the Ice? Go for the Ice is also reoccurring. Yeah, you can play Go for the Ice and you can even redraw it again. I mean, we are currently sitting on how many real cards? 13, 14? 14. Yeah. Naja, good. I mean, yeah, it's basically you draw it often enough. Yeah. Zap was the upgrade, right? Yeah, Zap. Yeah, I don't know. Against the Knob. As what is the best upgrade against the Knob if you are so afraid of the Knob? Upgrade on the Darkness basically 12 damage. Is it? Not if you play Zap turn 1, right? Against the cubes, what is the plan against the cubes? We just Sweeping Beam rotate or what? Sweeping Beam attack on 1 cube, focus fire, skill potion, and then yeah. And if you get Darkness turn 1, we can still play it into dual cast. That we don't have the upgrade doesn't matter that much. Yeah. Go for the ice is the best for the knob. So that we can play it turn 2 already, or what is the idea there? Or that we play it turn 3 now. Also currently against the knob we probably play it, I don't even know. I don't know. Also let's talk about the Zap. How is it against Lagavulin? Yeah, pointless. Literally pointless. How is the darkness against Lagavulin? I would say pointless. We set it up. We wait in average, like, let's say 4 turns. So the darkness will go 30, then it's 60. And it's, yeah. And then 70, 80, 90, 100. Yeah, we are simply good. We can even always guarantee to open as we want. And against the cubes, how is dark? Again, always darkness sucks. It's not about the darkness upgrade. It's really only about darkness. Also against Hexaghost, it's not about the darkness. We can upgrade darkness before Hexaghost. Yeah. But yeah. Charge battery, whoa, for 3 block. That's criminal, right? Yeah, pretty much. Naja, Go for the Ice can be ever deployed turn 2 against Knob? Is that possible? And just keep redrawing? Yeah, but the question is how often can we do that? I mean, we could also, for example, turn 2 against Knob. We could actually say, okay, we are playing Go for the Ice, also Sweeping Beam, also, okay, look. Yeah, okay. If Sweeping Beam earlier, okay, we go Sweeping Beam onto 11, and now we have Go for the Ice, okay. So do we play Go for the Ice? Yeah, we could. And then we draw 4 cards plus 1. So now we have it in the shuffle, plus the Sweeping Beam in the shuffle. And now we redraw it, so the Go for the Ice already saved us 2 HP. Naja. Strike plus gives damage. Yeah, I'm not sure about the damage. If you get to Darkness turn 1, we have their damage covered against Knob. Also doesn't matter whether it's upgrade or not. And if we have Zap, we can also deploy that turn 1. Yeah. With 8 skills, we might end up having to buff the Knob. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you're saying that we need to buff the Knob because we are having all the skills in our hand. And now if you want to draw more than 4 cards, if you want to draw 4 cards, we need to play 2 of those skills. Just a rubby key, no. Nee. That definitely doesn't feel irrelevant, the 12 extra damage. 12 extra. Ooh, and if you draw turn 1 Zap, then it's not 12 extra? Right? I was thinking about that, right? Like that you can Darkness dual cast if you have an upgrade Darkness, which at least deals to 24. But it's 2 energy 24. I don't know. It's okay, but if you draw Zap turn 1, it's already kind of sad. We can still probably dual cast Darkness dual cast or something. I don't know. Darkness is okay as well. We can manipulate some with that, right? How much damage do we have in the deck? Is it 36, yeah? 36 and 3 draws. So 36 plus potential, let's say 22. So like 58. Yeah, we usually do not kill the Knob by turn 3 unless we draw Darkness turn 1. I mean, they Go for the Ice. How relevant is that against Lagavulin? Can we play it and redraw it immediately? Is that a thing? And if it's not a thing, can we block enough? We play this, this. The turn after, we can play this, plus whatever we drew back from the depths. Plus that. Probably also okay. Yeah, Darkness is okay. I mean, I just wonder, can we play Darkness twice? Yeah, we can also play Darkness. Nah, I don't even know. 1/3 to get not, 1/3 to get Darkness on turn 1. You see no issues there. 1/9 of 12 damage. This is 1.3 damage. What do you mean you don't see issues there? I do certainly see issues there. But yeah, The only thing I can see for the darkness is that it's 12 damage against the knob straight away. Even if we keep it in the hand, we can play it into dual cast. Kind of this. But then I would be also a little bit afraid of the go for the ice chain. Yeah. So if we go turn... If we keep it until turn 3, we already had the reshuffle. Unless we didn't play this. We can also keep this. Yeah. So we can actually play this into reshuffle. But how many cards do we have in the reshuffle? Yeah, apparently our hand after 3... Yeah, we needed to also buff the knob a little bit. Yeah, it's true. Schon sadness. Aha! So we play the darkness nearly guaranteed because we also need to get it rid of the... Yeah, we need to get rid of it, right? Yeah, I see that. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the cubes. Fortunately, I'm happy that it's not the Garbacho and we are getting Garbacho. Yeah. What is the plan? Ja, also Zap Dual Cast Strike. No, we always target this, right? Yeah, unless we double hit this. So, Zap Strike Defend. Do we zap? Yeah, of course we zap. Oh, you mean because of Dark Orb? Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, to push the Dark Orb? Dark Orb is 24 targeted damage. Yeah. And you're saying once this is done, we can stall them out, which is true. We can stall the remaining cubes out. Yeah. It is true. Man, Dark Orb is 24 targeted damage for 2 energy though. But yeah. Once one is down, we can block in. Yeah, I would also like to keep it. Na good. Then skill for card draw. We could skill for card draw here. If we get skill for block, well, we just don't play this. Yeah. Skill for card draw seems legit. Skill for frost is also very legit. Yeah. Skill for card draw, skill for frost, skill for orbs, skill for dark. Skill is good. Ah, yeah, interesting. There's also fusion. Interesting. Arc. Yeah. Interesting. We could play darkness. No block, by the way. We are taking chip damage a lot. Yeah, so we can take the fusion for extra energy, but this will fall off later. I don't know. We could dual cast the plasma, but what for? I mean, it's not that our deck is super energy heavy or something, and we need to dual cast on the dark. I would just take the darkness. The darkness also enables us to play Zap. It's actually pretty massive. Darkness could go big if you hit the darkness. Everything. Everything, guys. The darkness is the fastest way to kill. But not only is it the fastest way to kill, but it enables us to play Zap as well, right? So now it becomes really cool, suddenly, right? So now we play this, yeah, like this. Okay, that is like super unlucky, but we fortunately can do this. Naja, I would have loved to see Sweeping Beam. That would have been super cool because it's so massive, crazy amount of damage. Ultra sick, hyper omega. Or we play darkness and then it's also buffing. This is okay. It's okay. Naja, it's okay. I mean, what you're saying is we do nothing. I don't know what's okay about nothing. But, I mean, what do you mean okay? I mean, all 5 cards are better. All 5. It's okay, the bad draw considered. Okay. Okay. But it's the worst draw we could have had. So, I can still be a little bit unhappy about it, right? I mean, all 5 of these cards are better. Like, each one of them. Just saying. Just saying. Yeah, also if you think about it. Okay. Nah, good, but the fight is over now. Yeah, we could shuffle or not. It's our choice. If we shuffle, of course, we would play defend, defend, shuffle. So do we want to play defend, defend, shuffle? Go for the eyes, is that effective? Go for the eyes is also a card which blocks 3. I would call it effective, yeah. It does not always block the 3 though. Probably still effective still. I would think so. I would think it's still being effective. I don't know. It's like 1.5. Is it possible that we fight Nob after this fight? Yeah, sure, but we want to minimize the life loss. Or just generally. Like, doesn't change a thing whether we play the one or the other. Good at the lightning damage. With the lightning damage, you saw that the lightning damage saved us HP. Pretty cool, if you ask me. Okay, so what was about the shuffle? Yeah, we can basically prevent 3 dazes if we shuffle now. Yeah, I would really like to do that. Yeah, having 3 less dazes is actually quite important. And yeah, I think it's also a no-brainer. And now the only question is, do we also want the go for the eyes in the shuffle? Go for the eyes. If we go for the right one first, go for the eyes plays full. I think I want to have go for the eyes in the shuffle as well. Yeah. Yeah, Dame. Naja. Why not battery instead of defend? Because of this. Okay, so the question is, okay, we have now 21, 24, maybe 30. What's my point? My point is, okay, also of course, what do we do? There are 2 trees. The one, also can we kill this for 4 if we need to? Also okay, let's play darkness. If we draw one more strike. Okay, if we hit this guy, 27. We need to draw one more strike, we can kill it. Or yeah, or we say we can block. Nah, I would go for maybe possible kill. Also no, wait, did I need to play this? Yeah, I needed to play it in case we want to kill and maybe block as well or whatever. Okay, so yes, yeah, dude, McMahon. Get well again, man. Okay. Was? 1820. Also the cleanest would be to just burst this for -1 HP in average. If we burst this down, we will lose 1 HP in average, which is not a lot. With the ability to block this guy in every time. What Zap Duel kills surgery? Zap Dark Duel. If we Zap Dark Duel, we can also kill next turn. But if we draw the defend is also good. But if we, the most likely is that we, yeah, I don't know. There are just so many ways where we do not kill or what. I mean, we can take life loss 1 in average now. And we have this freaking thing solved. Pretty cool. What is the other thing? The other thing would be we draw dual. As if you draw the defend, we are blocked in. If you draw dual cast, if we draw all 3, we are also having kill. Do we? I'm not even sure whether we do. Do we? Ah, yeah, if we bring them down now. Yeah. And and if he strike this, 8 damage is enough to kill this as well. If we play dual cast, okay. So if we draw none, we take damage though. What is the chance of drawing neither nor? 8 cards, we draw 5. 10% or what? Three cards. Huh? Extra 50? Naja, because 100 is a better number than 50. Yeah, 100 is like the minimum requirement of any statistical significance. So anything below 100, it's actually worth, also not worthless, but the confidence interval is very, very, very big. Yeah. So we can do it because we can do it. Yeah. It's definitely, also 100 is always better than 50. The only question is, do we want to invest the time? And yeah, why not? What do you say? 6-8? 6-8, also the counter probability or what? Yeah, you're basically saying the counter probability, also sagen wir mal, also 720, also sagen wir mal 20, 120, 840, 720, 1 and 9, was 11% or what? How much is that? Is it 11%? Stimmt. Stimmt. What 10.7? Oh wow. Okay, nearly. I rounded up, guys. I rounded up. Usually I do like to be very precise, but okay, rounding up to 1%. That should be allowed. Okay, now good. So what did we say now? Also 11% we don't draw any. Yeah, good. Then how much do we take? Yeah, 5. Also 0.55 HP loss instead of 1. Ja gut, dann machen wir das. There's also, even if we draw it, we might miss, ja. Also, interesting. Ja gut, aber ich meine, ja klar. Also, but if we draw all 3, we are also guaranteed kill. So, yeah, whatever. Haha, get lost. Ha, sucker. Oh, was it correct now? Yeah, it was always correct because we can always do play double block. Yeah. Regeneration potion is good. 15 HP right there. Darkstone Parrot is not so good. Thunder is it? I don't know. I mean, it means we can upgrade the Thunder if you will pick the Thunder. I'm just not exactly sure. Get farm cubes. Yeah, right. Get farm cubes. Okay. What against Nob is probably good. Against the Knob is probably good, you say. What? Darkness? Darkness Periapt. Yeah. Stone. I don't know. What does Thunder get better with Pyramid? No. Why would it? 15 HP right here, making 52, making us never die against the Knob. And then we can use Thunder. We have Darkness against Knob. Yeah, right. No, it's a very nice AoE. It's also a very, very nice upgrade. It's also, yeah, it's great. Or do you think we should not take it because we have Sweeping Beam? Interesting. Yeah, it's actually interesting. What is the usual application for Thunder? The usual application is that you can spend it against Knob to deal damage. That does not change in our case. The other application is that you sometimes can deal a little bit of damage against Lagavulin. That we do not need, because we have Darkness Orb, yeah? So that we do not need. The application is against Hallways. It stays the same. Against Hallways is still as good as usual. Application against Cubes. Against Cubes, yeah, it still does the same job. In Hallways in Act 2, it still does the same job. Against Slavers and stuff like this, I think it's good. Yeah. But Beam is good. Beam Cell is also good, but not much better than under normal circumstances. Why do you upgrade Beam Cell? Yeah. Weird, right? I like Thunder. Also, Sweeping Beam doesn't cut it alone against the Lord of Gremlins. So having a little bit Thunder extra is nice. You can one time Lord of Gremlins, you can Sweeping Beam, the other time you have Thunder. Against Naegeli is also very potent. Yeah. I don't mind it. It's also a good upgrade. You mean the Beam Cell? Or not? The Beam Cell is not. Yeah, the Thunder you mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Also, Beam Cell doesn't make sense. We have Darkness. What the hell? Thunder farms the Slavers. Yeah, I'm fully on the Thunder train. I mean, you don't need to convince me. I'm trying to convince you guys. I mean, yeah. Okay, Thunder for the Snecko. Yeah, for the Snecko, yeah. Snecko Pyramid. The newfound combo of the ages, guys. Yo! You just got virus! You just got virus! Symbiotic virus! Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Okay. What potion? Yeah, no. What do you mean? Really? Potion, yeah. Don't you think we overlay life? Don't you want to see whether we find a potion and then continue our journey? Yeah, I like to keep it against Hexaghost if he... Did you not already use a potion? 4 fights, right? 4 fights, 1 potion found. 2 potion found. So now it's like 40% again. No, 4 fights? 5 fights. 50%. Yeah, and we don't lose life from question marks, right? Maybe we take a look whether we find a potion, and if we find a potion, we use it, and if we don't find a potion, we don't. We can also use the one which is worse. Like this. Okay, so... What's happening here? Four, 6, 8, 10. And if you open with Thunder, we can block in and reshuffle our blocks. Yeah, I like this. So we go for the eyes, and now we want to have the extra energy, yeah? That's why we play this. Because we need the extra energy next turn. So we go for the eyes again. Now here's some dual cast, the darkness dual cast for kill. Do we want to kill? What do you think? Now we use the colorless against the monsters and the pantograph against Hexa or something. I don't know. Kill is good. Maybe wait. Yeah, wrecked him hard. Okay, so now there's Beam Cell with the Thunder. I really wonder when the clutter party happens. Loop. You want to take the loop. You're really. And then we pick some recursion and we are set, yeah? Loop is currently negative. I just tell you, yeah? I'm just telling you. This is currently the late game solution if you want. It's a very late game solution. You are saying we are running through Act 1, right? You understand it's super bad in Act 2, yeah? You understand it's super bad into Act 2. Yeah, this is a predestined colorless potion right there. Yeah, that is complete crap. Okay, then... okay. Yeah, then... what? Also we can either take one card of our deck, which is blocking like 4. Or we can take the Jack of all trades, which is... giving out a panic button! Loser. Loser. Oh, more charge battery. Yeah. So charge battery is actually pretty good because we need to block without frost to nourish the darkness. Yeah. Go for the ice is good because we can keep it with the pyramid. The strikes will disappear because we deal the damage with the darkness. Thunder is our AoE and burst damage solution. Sweeping Beam is an add-on burst damage solution. Loop is maybe an upgrade for super late game solution. Still need recursion, but recursion being a common we will find. Charge battery definitely tops up our deck so that we can wait for the darkness. Zap will disappear later. Once we found frost, Zap will disappear at some point. So we use the potion. What? There's no limit. Tip. There's no limit on how many relics you can carry. We know! We know! We are always carrying so many. Okay. Okay. Thanks, there's no wizard. No Wizard of Oz. We can kill now one. Yeah, if we block and we block, we take 5. If we kill one, we also take 5. Yeah. The regeneration potion, if you also have pantograph into Hexa. If this is not, now we have the symbiotic virus is easy. Probably nothing, right? No, probably nothing. What? Why exactly is Thunder AoE? Yeah, because if you have multiple enemies, you can kill one and then you get the energy back. Yeah. This. So. Yeah, so let's kill the gremlin, right? Or not? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So would you like to dual cast into strike and defend guys? Also would you like to dual cast strike and defend guys? Do you think that's a good play? Thanks. The boss is seeing it immediately. Yeah, very good, very good. Use the spotters. Very good, guys. Very good. It was a trick question, and you did solve the trick question formidable. I am proud of you guys. Very good. You are absolutely spot on. What can I say? The potion density is not exactly high. And yeah, no, we don't need to pick garbage. Loop. Power, heat sinks, power, not good enough. No? No potion. Oh. Good that we have the amount of AoE we have. Yeah, what about loop charge battery? Go for the ice or something. Probably good, right? Well, attack dual casts. Block, take. Yeah, reboot pyramid. The garbage of the ages, I don't know. How bad is it? Reboot pyramid. It's not... it's pretty sad. Beam cell for the Thunder. We are not using the beam cell. We are simply not using the beam cell, guys. Why do you want to beam cell? I don't know. Doesn't make sense. The dual cast into full block line not worth considering. Did we have? Weren't we afraid? Did I miss something? Did we have a full block? I doubt so. Why would we? Did we? That line was +3. Not full, but 3 more. Yeah. Yeah, could have done that. Sure. 3 more, but less damage, so maybe we take more. Yeah, so it's not dominated. But yeah. It's a little bit more. Probably we take less. This year. Reboot? I'm a little bit not taking that so serious because we have Pantograph into Hexa. So, unless we die here, this is irrelevant. Yeah, I don't know. So, about the reboot. How is that with the pyramid? Is it still positive? I would think so. Because if you draw it in the first draw, it's definitely positive. If you get it later, how bad / good is it? I think not that bad. The way how we usually play it is we play all the cards we want to play, and then we reboot. Effectively giving us a new hand. You see? I will explain later. Okay. So... I would not use a potion before the Hexa goes. Not directly before the Hexa goes. Not if it's avoidable. Here it's probably simply Sweeping Beam into Charge Battery Darkness or something like this. You don't think we ever die with it already nourished? Yeah, no, we probably don't. So we can play Strike, Dual Cast, Charge Battery Loop or something, if we want that. Yeah, we even have Thunder, let's do it. Also Charge Battery Block if we want that, maybe better. Yeah, we have the dude, like the Thunder. Where is it? It's not here. Maybe it will come visiting us into the next hand. Very certainly so. Perfect HP against the Hexagon. Smiting Mask for the shop. Oh, baby. Okay, look at this. Do you see, like, the post knowledge? The post knowledge of the ages? What is the post knowledge of the... Hey, Grizzly, thanks very much for the sub, man. What is the post knowledge of the ages? Now, we didn't go to the shop. Now, what about the shop? First of all, this enables us best shop into Act 2 early. Second, it enables us to put the Smiting Mask to use into the next shop. It's a perfect HP of the ages, but talking about the shop, it also enables us to take one more relic, more gold. We also low roll the gold in the chest, and we'll generally low roll the gold. So really, really, really nice. Beautiful. Skill or Explo? Nats, thanks so much for the sub, man. There is some card which is better than the others. There's one card which is better than the others. Identify the card which is Echo. Oh, you spotted it, guys. How? Explosive or skill potion? Probably Explo, no? Yeah. Upgrade reboot, upgrade loop. They are both good. Reboot is probably better into Act 2. You want the loop? Very interesting. Explosion is obvious for Act 2, I think so, yeah. Loop for safer fight. Safe? You mean against the Hexaghost now? Are you kidding me? What do you mean? Against the Hexaghost? Now. Yeah, never dual cast, and Zap is also nonsense because we can remove that maybe at some. Do we? Maybe we do. I don't know. Why not Echo? Yeah, why Echo? You would need to make a reason for the Echo. It's like also, you know, die Beweislast. The Beweislast is at your place. Also, you need to prove your point. Naja, look, if you claim there are ghosts in your house, and it's not up to me to explain you why there are not, or I don't need to get the proof why there are no ghosts in your freaking house. Yeah, you need to put the proof first. So kind of, hey, I want to upgrade Echo because this, and this, and this. These are my reasons, and then I can react to your reasons. They are ghosts. OMG. Naja, the usual stuff like conspiracy theories are running around. Because they do not get this proof of concept, like the proof, the burden of proof right. If you're claiming something, you are the one who needs to prove. Not like, ja, Beweislast, ja, klar. Es ist halt so klar. Es ist halt, aber checken halt die meisten Leute einfach nicht. Ja. Ja, es ist halt faszinierend, it's fascinating how people do not understand such easy concepts. Ja. Okay, was ist denn jetzt los hier? Reboot Plus oder was? Reboot Plus, ja, okay, komm. Key? Nee. Reboot Plus, das du Wort. Ja, schon gut. Ja. Unless you want to copy Loop Plus, but I doubt so, right? If we get a copy, we copy... Guys, what do we copy if we can get a copy? Do we copy... Yeah, what do we copy? Yeah, now we copy Echo Form probably. But otherwise we could have copied Loop Plus or what. Whatever. I don't want to copy Loop Plus. So eine Loop, ja. So. We've looked Essence of Darkness. Yeah, so yeah, I'm losing life in the next act. So no, I'm not. We can just reboot. Yeah, double dual cast is not so much. Only 168. What could we do? Let's play a little bit of this maybe. That is lethal next turn then. Yeah, it takes 3 and lethal next turn. Is it lethal? No, it wasn't. I don't think so. Yeah, Explo, Focus. Focus is better, right? Than Explo. Probably. Is it? I'm not so sure. I doubt so, right? It's actually not. Not if we want to play it immediately. Yeah. If you want to play it early, it's yeah. The 4 Expo is actually better for faster fights. Yeah. Maybe the focus might be better. I mean, it's not that we keep Amplify, or do we keep Amplify? No. Amplify Pyramid, Amplify. Interesting. Amplify Pyramid is maybe Loop. I don't know, maybe Echo Form. It's not that bad. The only way to pick Amplify is like with the Pyramid. So it's still not very good, but it's still also you can. Machine Learning is too bad into Act 2, but whatever. Electro, what about Electro? If you pick Electro, I'm a little bit concerned that we overlay AoE. Simply because we really are covered now. Not only do we have the potion, but we also have 2 AoE cards, which we can keep for the important turns with the pyramid. Yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, Amplify. Yeah, Amplify Echo you cannot wait with the Echo halt, no? But you can wait for all the other powers we will pick in the process. So I do not mind it. You can amplify Echo Form, that would be insane. But you can also amplify smaller powers. I'm not sure how that works though, because if you have Echo Form online, you can also just amplify the powers. Oh, if you do not have Echo Form online, you want to wait for Amplify Echo. And if you do have Echo Form online, then Amplify is also not that great. Naja. Electro into Act 2. Half the time is Gabachio, half the time is Echo Form. That's actually a good way to see. Like, it's not that... yeah, but Echo Form is also win more, right? I mean, Amplify Echo Form is like a win more. Would need to think that as well. Yeah. So what about the electrodynamics? I just don't see it. I mean, we start with the Dark Orb and we push the Dark Orb into a lot big size. Why would we take Electro? I don't... You don't see Electro? Naja, I mean, it is probably potent against some bosses. Also, there's the Collector. Electro is super good against the Collector. For obvious reasons. It's also super good against a lot of Gremlins for obvious reasons. I guess Electro can be taken. We don't put an upgrade then. We just keep it as basically, what, 2 energy, 6 damage AoE or what? Schon lousy. Naja, okay, it's 2 energy, 16 damage AoE to be fair, right? Also keeping the energy and keeping the Frubeum. It's also reoccurring every turn. Yeah. Also have Zap. Also keeping Zap. We also wanted to remove the strikes, so that would also speak for Electro. I can see that Electro carries us until we actually... also Dark Orb is basically... Dark Orb Loop is the solve against all bosses, right? So yeah. No. Can feed Electro to the spirits. Naja, that as well. Not even kidding, right? Interesting. Okay. Even with Sweeping and Thunder. Yeah, but you still need to draw them. The Sweeping and the Thunder, you still need to draw them. It's not... We will find recursion. And then we will just squeeze it in between plus recursion. I think it's okay. But if we do this, we probably take the focus now. Yeah, that's clear as well. OMG. OMG. Yeah, I take a short break. Yeah, never mind. I do the break in 10 minutes. Food is ready in 10. So let's check this out first. So what were the options? Like, what are the options? Yeah. So the options are. Ja. Genau. Naja, ach so. Ja. Hm. What Leok says about the ads? Not for me, nor do I benefit, so that was a lie. Naja, it seems, also lie is a strong word. Also, I am forced through Twitch to have 3 minutes of ads per hour. / and or pre-rolls. Yeah. So, lie is a very strong word for something you're... I mean, okay, sure. But yeah, so what do we have here? Philosopher's Stone. We are taking more damage if we take Philosopher's Stone, that's clear. Now, some of you wanted to have the Fusion Hammer. But we also have Pantograph, which speaks against the hammer. And what about the upgrades which speak against the hammer? I mean, we want to upgrade Loop, right? We also want to upgrade potential Defect. Yeah, but I guess I can also readjust the thing if that's... Yeah, I will also change the channel description. It's not a problem. Was ist denn hier? Hier oder was? Habe ich überhaupt nicht. Ich kann mal wieder bearbeiten. Aha, hier. So. Cool. Na gut. So start with all the charged battery. What does the one have to do with the other? If you say early Act 2 is the scariest place for a deck, you would say pick the hammer. Yeah, what did I just upgrade? What did I do instead of the dude? Ach yeah, the reboot. Yeah, that's okay. Philosopher's Stone over hammer. Yeah, because of the... Naja, look. If we basically go max elites. Do we want to go max elites? Okay, also what is... Also what? I need to wrap my mind around this a little bit. Also, first of all, we want to go to a shop. Because we have gold to go to the shop and we also have Smiling Mask to go to a shop. Cool. Then... What do we have going? We do have... This is pretty sad. But we have extra HP here. We also have some focus here. We can wait for this 100 to clear off stuff like Slavers. And the Dark would be enough against the Brook of Dude. We also have Electro against Gremlin and such. Now, having 3 energy only, yeah, is not extremely pretty. Yeah, we will be bottlenecked partly, specifically with the reboot. So yes, also we definitely are bottlenecked if we take the Black Star. So, naja, what do you mean as many elites as we can? We go to the shop, right? So, if there's one shop which means one less elite, we would take one less elite. Yeah, and so what about this star? I mean, the star goes against energy, but is it free energy? Is it not free energy? Now on the fusion hammer, also let's say we take the fusion hammer, our enemies are not stronger. So what does happen for us? We still don't have the rescue, but that's clear. So we will walk through the Spire and maybe on the way is like one rest place. Maybe we can dodge it, maybe we cannot. So if we can dodge it, we would take the key at the last rest place and then get the pantograph heal into the boss fight, which is super cool. Or we would rest at the last rest place and then take the key in the last place in Act 3. Now, what's the worst which could happen? Naja, the worst is there's one rest place in between. We take the elites, but we don't even take damage, so we cannot even rest in the middle of Act 2 despite having taken elites. Now we take the key there, we go into the end of Act 1 and to Act 2, but we are still super healthy. That would be the worst. We also do not find the common Dreamcatcher. We also do not find Giria. Nor do we find... ja, das ist doch absurd, oder? Nor do we find Peace Pipe, nor do we find Shovel. And if we find any of these relics, the Fusion Hammer is infinitely better. Literally. Yeah. Also the Fusion Hammer is nearly free energy. Yeah, and the Philosopher's Stone isn't. So it's definitely Hammer over Philosopher's Stone. And the only question is, okay, I mean, yeah, we are lacking Loop or something, but we can also Echo Form and then we can single Loop. It's not that bad. Recursions not being upgraded is not, it doesn't matter. Yes, we would upgrade recursions, but we can also take the hammer and then we just have the energy to play the recursion, which is not upgraded. Yeah, so yeah, no. Also, Fusion Hammer is absolutely legit, yeah, sure. I mean, this is representing nearly free energy. Yeah. What, the relics as many as we can. Yeah, but we are also not stupid. Good that we took the Electro. Electro is super hyper potent against Collector, which is also at the same time the most difficult enemy. So, super great, yeah. So we play Electro, boom boom, yeah. Then we have Thunder. Attack, we still need attack despite the Electro, through Baum or Sweeping Beam, babam, Thunder, yeah. And then the Electro kills the second one, because it's already Electro, Sweeping Beam and Electro again. Really happy that we have Electro. Also with all the elites, yeah. Also, what did we say? Shop. Yeah, shop means 2 elites. On the left side, we have no shop. No shop is unacceptable. It's also with fire, which also sucks. A lot of fires, which super sucks. But it's also without shop, which sucks. Actually, the fires are... Oh no. So we need to go fire elite and then shop. What? Back up again? Oh, who? Two seconds. Panic. Panic mode. Yeah, so what can I say? Yeah, so here, yeah? Question marks are better or not? Question marks are better because of shop or what? Question marks are better because curses are max HP, yeah? Do you have a take on question marks or what? Oh, the birds. Good that we didn't take the stone. Good that we have 4 energy, by the way. Four energy! 4 energy. Thunder. Yeah. Yeah, dual cast is kill on that dude. We could take 1. I don't know, I like to take 1 somehow. 1 is none, literally. Yeah. That would have been considerably less cleaner if you would have had the dude. Which dude? If you would have had Philosopher's Stone, that would have been less clean. Because turn 1 we would have faced 24. That would have resulted in us losing 12. And then the next turn after we would have also lost more HP. Again. So 20 less, it would have sucked. And not only a little bit. Now look, you're saying with the Fusion Hammer we cannot upgrade, right? We cannot upgrade with the Fusion Hammer. But what people do forget is, they can also not upgrade if they took the Philosopher's Stone. Because they also need to rest. Okay, the equilibrium sucks. Blizzard sucks. Cooler is interesting. So you taking a break? Yeah, if the food is ready, I take a break, yeah. So we are currently in the food break. Also in the waiting for the food. Chill is our first frost. And do we want that? We want to recurse. Yeah, it's probably okay. Could add minus with a hammer though. Yeah, but we will have energy, so I don't mind getting frost. Also one frost or... Maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. I mean, it's so clean at the moment, right? I mean, we start with darknesses. We do not interfere the dark. We don't want to interfere the darknesses with frost, do we? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. We don't even have defect, right? Why would we like to interfere? Why would we like to interfere the dark orb with the frost? It doesn't really make so much sense. Doesn't pyramid also makes cantrips cringe? It depends. Not necessarily. The wait finds an end. Is it a deciphered food is ready? I guess so. So, yeah. Food for thought. And yeah, I go into my food break. Oh, I heard it's not food break, it's food break. I go into my food break, guys. Question marks could also be curses. We want to remove with the Smiting Mask then. Question mark could also be curses, which increase our max HP. Question mark could also be shops, which we would like. Yeah. What, 50 gold for 6 HP? Yeah, and the relic. We can either remove a card or we can gain 10 max HP. Electrodynamics would be 10 max HP. So 10 max HP is probably in the ballpark of 140 gold. And remove is probably in the ballpark of 110, maybe 120. But given that the boss is now a clear Electro boss, I think we give strike. We need to have the blocks for the Dark Orb block. Yeah, we could use a regeneration potion. But for 8. It feels so sad for 8, I don't know. Yeah, the idea is to kill next turn. So can we? It really feels sad for 8, right? And no potion. So great. Okay. Auto sheets. Yeah, that's why I also wanted to dodge enemies, because we are not really appealed to take a lot of cards. We are, as a matter of fact, only taking very few cards. Because we have a small deck, for once, with a pyramid, with having solution already, with we receiving a lot of upgrades. Do we receive a lot of upgrades? No, we don't, because we cannot upgrade. But auto sheets with the pyramid? Yeah, and with the echo form. Not really, no. Auto charge battery is simply better than auto shields, putting that aside. It's cold snap or skip. It's actually skip here. Battle for West North. I will write it on my list of maybe. Actually not. I mean, I don't, you know, the thing is, I'm very busy. I have stuff to do. I have stuff to do, not only a little bit, as you see. Ja. Oder was ist denn hier überhaupt? Also, what is this a new release, or I mean, if it's not a new release, I'm not interested anyways, I guess. What, 3? What, 2003? Please, what? Excuse me? Gorgeous pixel art. Yeah, of course gorgeous pixel art. There is nothing else. It looks like Heroes of Might and Magic 3, somewhat. You're saying this is better than XCOM. Yeah, okay, okay. I think I've seen enough. Okay. So, yeah, good. Here, what? You played this game in school 16 years ago and loved it? You know, that I can see. But we don't have 16 years ago. I mean, now there's stuff like XCOM, for example. Okay, Shop. Welcome. Welcome in my shop with the wares. The wares are everywhere. We could even purchase a Dreamcatcher in the shop, by the way. I would have been willing to purchase a Dreamcatcher even in the shop. Perfect shop? Perfect for what? Relic, remove or why? Or Rary? Recursion. You want to purchase a recursion. Wow. Yeah, safe repair is a possibility. Multicast is a possibility. Okay. Okay. So, safe repair is okay with me. I think safe repair with the pyramid, you can always wait until you deploy it in the end. So in the end, you will lose a little bit every fight. But for that, you gain HP in the end. Should be positive. In boss fights, is slightly negative. But that is acceptable somewhat. But hammer? Yeah, but hammer and pantograph. So you're saying skip. Do I get that right? You don't want those cards. Or do you want the charge battery? Maybe we do. Hey Soul, thanks very much for your sub, man. No, I can see that. With the hammer we are somewhat forced to rest, right? Wouldn't it make rest days even worse? Yeah. It's true. So probably not, yeah? Okay, because in bosses we are fine, like then we are just better in bosses if you don't take safe repair. Okay. If you smile all basic cards, charge battery is okay. Charge battery is simply the best block. It's simply the best block. I don't mind it. We already have Go for the Ice, right? One time though. No, yeah, charge batteries, Go for the Ice is not bad. I can see that. Multicast is must, right? Multicast is just very good. Without the upgrade, I'm not even sure about it. Yeah, but with Pyramid, it works with Pyramid. It works with Pyramid and it also works with Dark Orb. Why? Yeah, because it works with Pyramid and it also works with Dark Orb. Multicast is actually very strong. Yeah, so this is very weird not to take that. Yeah, it's very good. We can also Echo Form it into 2 Dark Orbs. We can even Echo Form into 2 Dark Orbs with this. It should be very strong. There's an aggregate. I would take this even without the aggregate. So what about the aggregate? You like the aggregate? Aggregate I like if it generates us 1 energy at least. That's the case with 8 in the draw pile. We will have probably 8 in the draw pile. We can also never upgrade it, but it's probably okay. So let's take this. Sweeping Beam plus White Noise and Reboot. Any take on that? Let's start with the Sweeping Beam. It's additional AoE. Now, we are really overwhelmed with AoE already. I don't know. It's like way too much. Yeah. So, and it's also a cantrip slightly worse with the pyramid. There's White Noise. White Noise is free. Yeah, White Noise is free, so that qualifies as plus 50 maybe. Minus 50 if it's not, otherwise it's plus 50. It's a draw. What is draw? Echo with White Noise, no. We already got a reboot. You are saying we don't want 2 reboots. Because if you do both reboots, while you reboot only 1 reboot, so diminishing returns. Sure. But White Noise is better than nothing for sure. I mean, that's clear, right? Big attack is also positive. Okay. Most of the powers play for us. Most of them do. I wouldn't mind it too much. No, I wouldn't mind it too much. AKA 0 cost Echo Form, yeah. Not so sure about that though. But we also can utilize the energy into Thunder, we can utilize the energy into Dark Orb multicast. I don't mind taking the power really. Also with the heal, the power is getting stronger. Rebound sucks, Scrape sucks, Heat Sinks do suck, right? Heat Sinks is card draw 1. I don't like it. Self Repair, go for the Ice Charge Battery. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, Charge Battery, 0 energy, 7 block. What is go for the Ice? Pass. Oh, why? Is go for the Ice not interesting? Charge Battery is 7 block for 0 energy, but go for the Ice is also 7 block for 0 energy. Maybe even better. Maybe go for the Ice is even better than 7. If you take Safe Repair, that's... No, I don't take Safe Repair. The resting argument, and specifically in coordination with the Pantograph, is simply true. Yeah, it's simply a true argument. We are currently over-resting. I mean, it already starts here. We are already over-healed. We couldn't use the potion. Now we go here, we take damage, we can heal. If we don't take damage, we cannot heal. Yeah, so we take the key, and from on then we over-heal every freaking single node. I do see that this is better than 7 block in my opinion. It strips artifact and or it's 7 block, and even if it's 7 block, it also deals damage. So it only needs to generate 5 block, which means the enemy only needs to attack for 20. I think go for the S is very useful. Yeah. It's both energy and block. Yeah, genau. I mean, the same would be true for the charge battery, but yeah. Genau. Turn 1, what? Better than go for the ice? Turn 1. Battery multi-dark is pretty sick. Naja, we definitely pick a card. It's not a thing. Yeah. So you're saying charge battery into multicast is also pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, there are reasons for both. I mean, we already have go for the ice, so we can actually already deduct the biggest turn. And also nearly reoccurring or what. Naja, there's also the thing, if you get weakness 2, then we take weakness 2 and go for the ice is suddenly looking quite sad. And late game? Because we have sustain, we can think about late game. We already have sustain. So what about late game? In late game, go for the ice is simply better than 7. How much better? I don't know, against the bird we don't need it always. We only need it for the multi-attack. Against the time meter we also only need it for the multi-attack. So the heart is basically... Against the heart we also only need it for the multi-attack. I don't know, against the heart it would actually be useful to have it. Plain and simple. But it's also true that turn 1... Turn 1... I don't know. I don't know. Turn 1, its battery is better, yeah. And our hand is clocked and opponents do not attack. Then you want to circulate the energy into the battery, yeah. But you can also circulate the energy into other things. Ah yeah, maybe we should remove a card. Huh. Yeah, perfect. Yeah. Oh wait, we now got a shop. We could actually skip the shop. For one more elite. Zap is better? No, Zap is not better, no. Nee. Also, shop, we could skip the shop for one more elite, guys. It's legit. Let's do that. So, I do buy the marbles, yeah. Artifact strip, turn 1 vulnerable is important for Thunder. We don't have vulnerable, but skipping out the Smiling Mask value. By not going to the shop or what? Yeah, and so what? You're saying the fire is so bad for us or what? Is it? I mean, we go here, we take the recycle. We take recycle, we take the key, or we take the rest, but we take the key. We go here, we lose HP, we go here, we lose HP, then we can rest. Not that bad. I don't mind it. You want the Smiling Mask value? Twice or what? 50 gold, you're saying it's so sick or what? You're saying it's so sick for 50 gold to remove a card? Is it? Is it really that great? We are having 2 strikes which we can remove and that's about it or what? That's 75 gold value? No, with the pyramid it's certainly more than 100. But we can also stall some garbage cards. So yes, we would like to remove these 2 strikes. But are you really thinking that we should not, that we don't remove those or what? I don't know. Yeah. Now 1000 gold Smiling Mask world. Okay. Yeah, it's perfect though. I mean, this is basically minus 80 gold. This is minus 150 plus the 6 max HP. So probably very comparable. There's a life loss. Yeah, there's a life loss. What, the curse is okay? No, the curse is not okay. No, the curse is okay. No, the curse is okay. Ja. Nee, natürlich, the curse is always okay. No, the curse is not okay. The curse is the garbage of the nation. Like, what the hell? How is the curse okay? Ja, okay. So, einfach mal something like, talk something, yeah? Okay, so, the heal is okay, guys. The heal is okay. So, was ist denn jetzt hier eigentlich? Decide not to go to the show. Ja, genau. Nee, das ist jetzt perfect, ja? It's now we get to replenish if you want that. Do you want that? I mean, why not, right? Why not? Also, why not is because we probably drink this now and then we overheal. That's why not. But, I mean, I just thought this to be fair. So, do we play the block and drink this potion? And where's our AoE? I mean, no, seriously, where's our AoE? Or did you want to do the multicast? Not really, right? Did you? Did you want to do the multicast? Anybody? Not really, right? Or anybody wanted to know? Not really, right? We would have needed to spend 3 energy in to kill this. Very fishy. I don't know. Very fishy. Also losing the Dark Orb. I think very fishy play. If okay, this is also very fishy. So fishy. Okay. Yeah, good. There are 2 options here. We can either multicast this now. 1 to where's the also 1 to kill 5 at 28. If we play defend, we take 28. No exception. Yeah, unless we reboot into go for the eyes. Now we could have had 2 go for the eyes in the deck, but yeah. We can also reboot into white noise. So I guess in average we take, I don't know, 24? 24. So the not multicasting, what dual cast also kills 2. So you're saying it's very difficult to get worse than, also my concern is if you don't get this, also my concern is that we take 30. Now, how heavy is that concern? Not really, right? For 3 energy, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're saying Thunder. Electro is... Whoa. Electro is also doing it with... I don't know, man. I don't know. I really don't know. Sweeping Beam. Also Sweeping Beam is strike. Sweeping Beam strikes. Sweeping Beam is also worse, yeah. Also I don't know. I really don't know. So weird. I mean, even if you get the Thunder, if you need to spend the other 3 energy to kill this guy, it's also not good. Yeah. All that risk to save a Dark Orb, which risk? No, curses are simply not good because they are curses. I mean, that would be like to... Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Also, the answer is in the question. What can I say? Yeah. I don't like if the answer is in the question. So, 24... We can take 24 here. 24 life loss. After that, the fight is solved. And the question is whether we take less if we do reboot. And... Also one way to take less would be if we receive Thunder, not standalone. It's always like 2 cards we need to receive. But how many cards do we draw? What are 5, 10, 22. 22 and we draw 1/4 of our deck. So when is it actually better to do it? And when is it worse? We draw 1/4 of our deck. So we can probably, for example, get 3 charge batteries. Just stupid example, right? 3 charge batteries would still be less. Yeah. Only if you also draw Thunder, it's better. If you also draw Dual Cast, it's better. If you draw Electrodynamics, how is that? If you also draw Electrodynamics, it's not even that insane. Yeah. So now if you reboot, you probably do not even want to play the defense. Yeah. What Objector says, I see at least I receive arguments. I hope that is the language barrier. It sounds a little bit weird, man. Now you're knowing that you're wrong. Okay, fair enough. It seemed to be the language barrier. Oh. So, okay. Nah, again, I mean, I explained it today already, but maybe we can really agree to something where arguments are being made first. Like, if there is a choice, maybe we could start with, okay, I think this card is better because this, and that. And then maybe, you know what I'm saying, right? It's not about, okay, proving the choice to be wrong, but vice versa. Yeah, I mean, again, the answer being in the question, why is the curse bad? Yeah, because it's a curse. I mean, it's hard to find an answer, but I guess the Twitch chat already did. So, welcome. Nee, it's actually true. It's actually true. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, nee, I also don't want to, like, is this clear, right? I mean, it's It's a thin line. It's a thin line, right? It's a thin line because like it's yeah, it's just like a thin line between very two basic questions, but it's good. It's good. We are getting there. We have a very good stream. I like it. I like it. I don't like this. That's why I'm currently stun locked. So I just do not get the capacity of the calculation. It's very difficult to say. So we say 1/4, and we take 25 otherwise. So we can now. I find it so freaking mind-boggling. I mean, there are cases where we just take so much more damage. Okay, if you get actually 2 pushes, we also don't. If we get 2 pushes like Darkness and Zap, that's also okay, right? I mean, it's not as good as a multicast, but yeah. Yeah. So empty what 2 pushes? Naja, but I'm just wonder what the cards can read. If we get 3 strikes, we kill 1, we take 15 for no reason. That's rather sad. That's probably also the worst outcome, by the way. That's one of the worst outcomes. I mean, the better ones are of course dual cast. I mean, it's just hard to do the math. Yeah. Sweeping Beam 9, 6, 7, 5, 7, 5. We cannot even double strike them down. So Sweeping Beam is not even good enough standalone. Yeah. We would still take 5 more. Yeah, I don't know. I cannot do it. I guess I just play defend multicast to not take too much extra. I don't know. Yeah. It doesn't matter what this hand says, okay? This is completely irrelevant. The hand is like whatever it is. We can block 33, can we not? I think so. So... And we only need to block 24 anyways. So never mind that. We need to stall into healing anyways. So... What about Thunder? Into... White Noise? I don't even know. Gives 2 powers. Dual cast Electro. Or what? No, I don't know. 6 damage on this dude. Whether we wasted Echo with the Thunder? No, we did not. So... Okay, we need to make sure... The answer was again in the question. Like, it's... Guys, okay. So... Yeah... I mean, it's just like... Yeah, okay. Okay. Okay, so 2-1. Oh, the village being. We have kill, but then we lose 1 HP. Every question with a yes or no answer inherently contains the answer in the question. Very clever. Very clever, but some are more obvious and some are less obvious. Naja, I can also make the stream with yes and no. Yes, no, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. Yes, no. But I can also, you know, I mean, like, what was, okay, so it's okay, guys, it's okay. I'm just trying to make a good stream here. Okay, cool. Alright. No, it's okay, it's okay. Also, ich meine, okay, ja, gut. Also, one is non, their point is unlocked. Ja, ich weiß nicht, we can just block, oder? 36 oder was? And we cannot block 36, is that what you're telling me? Or can be? 36 we cannot, right? No. 21 plus 10 or what? 31. Okay. Yeah, the guy with the curse was correct all along. We should have definitely taken the curse. He knew. I should have listened. But honestly, it's not even true. I mean, this is garbage even with the curse. But yeah. The curse deck, yeah, we have the curse. Okay, what about the Glacier here? Pretty dope. Echo Form Glacier as well. He knew. This year. Freaking Farseer. The precognition. Sick precognition right there. What about refusing this crap? Toynithopter. Oh my god. More sustain, yeah, please no. Ja, okay, also hier, oder? More sustain. Yeah, no, we don't need more sustain. So, yeah, I mean, it's not bad, right? I mean, elite extra, then for the fire. What is it about the Book of Stabbing? Yeah, we have symbiotic virus, that should be sufficient. Also for energy, very good. Yeah. Back of Marbles helps a little bit, Blue Candle doesn't. Focus can help. Thunder, after Echo Form can help if you have time to set it up. We can also maybe aggregate, but we can also block Glacier. What about the Slavers? Against Slavers, I'm very happy that we have 3 solutions. Sweeping Beam being a semi-solution, not a clean one. Thunder being a clean one. Electro can be a clean one if earlier. So I'm very happy to have Electrodynamics again. For those who wonder whether I'm happy to have Philosopher's Stone or not, I'm very, very happy to not have Philosopher's Stone. We would have lost 20 more against the birds, so 15 at least. Another 10 in the fights to come, also against Gremlin Leader. So in a total 25 minus 23, which basically means we could have still not upgraded. We would have needed to rest, required to rest, and we would have been here on 23 now, needing to dodge these elites because we are so sad. Yeah. But in this case, we are not, because we have Fusion Hammer. We can go here, we can take the elite, we can rest again if we want, which gives us enough HP to basically utilize HP here and here and here. And here we can think about if we are really completely garbaged, we can even rest again, despite the Pantograph, or we can upgrade. Or we can take the key with the Pantograph here, getting the rest into Act 3. Okay, so, yeah. I mean, how amazing is that, please? Right? Yeah, the fusion abilities is like even. Also, for those who took the Black Star, they are really garbaged now, yeah? Also, I don't even know whether they are minus 25. Probably those with the Black Star are probably minus 30, 30. They are probably dead now. Okay, so, cool. Is it reasonable? Are we okay? We have 1 in 4, 1 in 3 to solve Slavers turn 1. As one with the Thunder. And then, also we have so much percentage. We have so much percentage to be good. I think. Against Book of Stabbing anyways, yeah. Once the Echo Form goes down. Echo Form, yeah, interesting. What, loop, yeah? Loop Station. Loop Station. Glacier. Defect. So, do we need the focus potion or not? I assume the focus potion being better in the boss fight. I assume the focus potion being better against the slavers. Maybe the focus potion being better against a lot of gremlins. Unless we need it in this fight. Given that we also have the weakness in the deck, I doubt so. I'm really not certain about the go for the ice with the charge battery. I don't know. Oh, yeah, whatever. So what is that? 12? That's 24. We can still decide for the next draw, right? Kind of. Because this turn is only the Dark Orb grow. So maybe whatever. Yeah, charge battery reboot. For the Echo Form. Oh, man. Yeah, also the loop brings the Dark up to 30, which is 60. Currently 12 per turn. Energy for the Echo Form. Yeah. It's even more with multicast. Yeah, we can even just solve with multicast, right? Yeah. I think so, yeah. Easy. Do you remember the guy who asked why multicast is good in the deck? Ink Bottle. Ink Bottle is pretty sick. Why? Because you have front load card draw. I love front load card draw. I love it very much, specifically with the pyramid. The potion is amazing. Distilled Chaos is amazing. It's really sick against the slavers and against a lot of gremlins. Yeah. We said go for the S is positive. I stick to that sentiment. We can rest again. I don't see why not. We can then go here and the dude. Yeah? Unless we find a specific relic, the resting is simply correct. And there might be question marks which lets us lose life. This being one of them. I heard this question mark can take life loss. Like, can punish you life loss. Best event ever. Is it? Why? What, can it really be that easy? How easy? No, how easy is it actually? I mean, it is raining gold. But... yeah. What 1 to 2 colorless cards? No, we are not taking random colorless cards. We rest for 270 gold. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Can it really be that easy? Is the text that appears in X3? No, I know. Thanks for pointing that out. It just like being that easy here means killing you. So it's hard to stop now. Why is it hard to stop now? We go to 34. It's okay. 24 is not so okay. 24 is annoying. Because if this costs too much life, we cannot take life loss here. Against the Book of Dude, for example. And there are also some others which cost us HP. We have 450, which is 480, which is 550. 50 for the remove is 500. We can usually not spend the money in one shop. We would need to go to 2 shops to even spend the money. No. 24 is Monka. Is it Monka? Why? Why? I don't know. 9 for 1 is actually a good value proposition. But yeah. We might not even have that many shops. I guess. 9 for 1. Darkness Electro, was? Electro of the Gods? What do you want to do? Nothing. She forgot to attack. Storm. Nice. What? 9. What? With the pyramid. With the pyramid. The recycle. Pyramid recycle. Card draw. Pyramid recycle. Upgraded. Pyramid recycle. Upgrade. Da 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 da. Bam. Da 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 da. Bam. What? What the hell? Oh man, hey. Can I have my 90 gold back, please? Really? Play top 3? Why not, right? Play top 3. Ach, crap, man. Das ist so 1923. Okay, so. Ja. Monkey kills are quicker kills. Like monkey, donkey. Like around 2 hours per fight. Around 2 hours per dude. Oh. Nice. Yeah, recall. Yeah, 59. Can I have my 90 gold back, please? Jetzt geht's ab. Oh ja, jetzt geht's ab. Hey Luco, thanks so much for the sub, man. Okay, Explo is good and Focus is good against her. Focus is way better later in the late game, I don't know. What do we do? Place here, attack, attack. Attack. Loop. Attack. Let's go! I'm also willing to use Electro, by the way. So this is what 7 times multicast. We could kill all of them if you want. Do we want to kill all of them? You want to kill them all? Or do we not? Alternate plays Glacier, Charge Battery, Charge Battery. Sure, why not? Yeah, because this guy is walking up and we have Sandra and the better stuff. Yeah. That's why. So probably not. Yeah. Pump the Dark. Pump the Dark into multi, right? So the question is, what do we do against them? Yeah, I mean, with the orbs it's a little bit tricky. Probably simply this, and then see. Ärgerlich. Wirklich ärgerlich. There's sure nothing aligned, really. If you just play the 4... Ing will draw. Yeah, let's do that. Always the question what it draws, right? Yeah, I would take probably 19, then she debuffs us. Hey, this is schon annoying, guys. This is schon really annoying. Really annoying. Oh, is it annoying? Oh, this is schon annoying, man. He is so annoying, man. Das tiltet me. Das tiltet me hart, man. Der Träger. Das ist unreal, ja. Also, das ist schon nervig. I would have liked to kill these without wasting this and then killing her with a multicast. That would be like the plan. So. Genau. But yeah, we could also nourish a new orb if you want that. Sure. Yeah, schon sad. I'm very sad here. Do we want to nourish this? What's this? Okay. Oh yeah, it's okay. Not a problem. Multicast here, Echo Form. Oh. Perfect. Oh. Oh my god. Did we punch him? OM freaking G, guys. Okay, that was kind of stupid. I mean, whatever, but yeah. What is this? Aggregate. Including Saber, I don't know. Ach ja. So, sowas, ja. So, ja. Disappearing the magic trick. Yeah, which magic trick? We make them disappear. How much is that if you use the multicast here? It's pretty slick. We kill. We basically deal 160. What is that? 160, and then what? It looks freakingly juicy. I don't know. I really want to do that. I mean 160, and then we can still block or what? Ach, it's nice. And again. Ah, schon nice. What, there's recycle as well? Yeah, there's recycle as well, I know. I know, otherwise I would have not played it. So, start battery. Very good. Very well. Yeah, double thunder is kill. No potion. Perfect potion preservation. Perfect potion preservation. Perfect going into the meal ticket shop. Into the meal ticket shop. Into the full heal meal ticket shop. No, we can take another one, it's okay. Snecko. Inserter. What the hell? What about this one? The first inserter we ever pick, right? It's the first inserter we ever pick, guys. Do we want that? That's okay, right? Yeah, I like that. What? 2 Echo Snecko? Yeah, and Pyramid Snecko is not the thing, yeah? 45 runs deep and finally we got to see an inserter. Finally. So, okay. Early shop or what? Plus what? Question marks. We don't want fights, right? But elite fights is okay. So, what about circumventing fires? Can we? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, also not really, but a little bit. So let's go here first and then we decide from there. Yeah, I don't mind these charged batteries, really. It's okay. 19. So, yeah. We can use the Explode Potion if it's needed. But sometimes it's simply not needed, is it? If we do this, what does happen? 3. We could attack this first. 3 plus 4. No. Oh, it's okay. So 4. Never mind. Regeneration potion over Explo. Oh, Turbo Plus. Ooh. Whew. Chaos. No. Never. What, or Turbo? Chaos is okay. I mean, I'm not super opposed against it. It's just that we don't need Plasma, right? I mean, it's okay. Plasma is okay. Frost is also okay. I mean, do we have Focus? We don't even have Focus, don't we? Do we? No, we have Focus. Lightning sucks, Frost sucks, huh? Explosion is better versus Snake Lady. Yeah, but we have like all AoE in the world. Turbo should be good, but Chaos is too funny. Turbo should be good. Why is Turbo good? Turbo multicast, right? Turbo multicast. Turbo also enabled some reinforced body pick. Turbo is generally positive because if card draw pyramid. We have a lot of draw. Oh, do we? No, we have Thunder for the Turbo. We have Turbo Echo Forms. We have also Turbo Glacier, we have Turbo Reboot. But we also do have Recycle and Aggregate. Yeah. So it's so-so. But we also have a drop on the ink bottle. And what about the chaos? I mean, do we have other orb generation? We have Glacier, right? Glacier is really powerful orb generation. A little bit Electro, a little bit Dark. We can also Glacier, we can also Echo Glacier. So, yeah. What's the key component missing, if any? Yeah, nothing. I mean, focus is always nice, I guess. But yeah. I mean, with this we guarantee that we have full HP into the last fights. Probably usually also full potions. Recycle, turbo. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the turbo comes upgraded. It's hard to skip a turbo which comes upgraded, I guess. That's probably the main component. Yeah. Also with having more remove, we get like more to the gist of the stuff. We might also get some more draw. Cool-headed now with the inserter might be better. Cool-headed with the turbo might be better. Cool-headed with aggregate is better. Cool-headed with the recycle is better. Stuff like that. Pellets. Pellets with the pyramid, right? We have power 4. Attacks even more. Skills even more. But we have enough powers to justify pellets. Yeah, I like the pellets a lot. Capacitor seems super monkey with the inserter. Yeah, very monkey. Remove strikes should be obvious. Dexterity stone always is a very nice thing. I like that as well. So what is you saying? The cool-headed or what? You like the cool-headed or what? Really? With all the energy we have, probably yes now. Yeah, we have so much energy. Barrage is not bad with the inserter. Oh, we are still needing recursion, right? Do we not? Yeah, we do. Yeah, I would even like a recursion for now. I mean, we really didn't see any recursions. So I guess we need to find some at some point. So, yeah. No, I can see the cool edit now that we have the energy thing. I guess. The barrage is super sucky bad. I don't know what you're even talking about. I just don't. I don't know what you're talking about really. Recursion was in the previous shop. Yeah, but we are also like something 20 floors to have found a recursion and we didn't. And also things changed. So, of course, there's always something about the adjusting thing. Where are you? And what are we doing here? Stuff like that. Did I ruin the ink portal? Not if you get multicast. So where's the multicast? Here. I mean, what I'm saying is they can also just be like, we can just receive it generally. I mean, we are not, but we could. I mean, we get card choices. Nah, whatever. Yeah, Sweeping Beam Plus, it's upgraded. I'll take that. It's upgraded for the pellets, it's upgraded for aggregate, it's upgraded for the ink bottle. It's upgraded. Sometimes we will have a lot of energy and then it can do stuff. I don't think that I want to... Nah, I don't think I want to skip this. What was about the fires? We have forced fire or what? Oh, yeah. Yeah, kind of happy that we took this. I mean, seeing this, I'm extremely happy that we took the Sweeping Beam. Did you just see that? So nice. So beautiful. Yeah, did we get a little bit too much dudes now or what? Schon annoying. What's happening here? So oder was? Some more draw. More draw. Interesting, really. Da können wir das killen. So. Stehe ich jetzt gerade? Oder? Monkey, 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 monkey. We needed focus. Yeah, that's a thing of the past. Monkey, monkey. No! Oh, yes. Yes, yes. Good, good. OMG, man. Okay, this is stupid now. I know. Don't. You're not talking about this here. Okay. Unbelievable. I'm freaking believable, so strong. I'm freaking strong, man. Freaking strong, man, guys. Capacity. Yeah, I don't know with the inserter. I'm not sure whether we want capacity. Self repair. Yeah, no. Okay, I see. Oh, don't we have enough energy now? Oh, 9. We could use one of these. They are really not. Yeah, they are really whatever. Yeah, we might just find one now and. Traitor FTL. Traitor Mox. Yes. Well, so how are things? This is not enough, yeah? It's only 368. And if we play turbo, how's that? Then it is enough. Oh. Pretty good. Yeah, let's do it then. Preserved insect. Naja. Storm. Storm. No. Leap, beam, no. We can only click the button. Curse in the deck or 10 max HP. What, Madness recycled? Ja, nö. Madness PogChamp? Ja, no. 10. What, Madness with Pyramid is good? Yeah. No. So plus 10 or the curse. I think I lose the 10 max HP and don't have a curse in the deck. Yeah. Yeah, Pyramid hard counters the Nemesis. For obvious reasons. What counters the Nemesis more? Boot or Pyramid? Yeah, Pyramid. Cool. Yo. Really? Yo. Yo, okay. Wow. Holy crap, man. Ja, wow. Boah. Ah, das ist schon sick. Ah, das ist schon pretty. Oh mein Gott, ey. Boah. Ja, ultra sick halt. Das ist 18 Block 21 Dude. $27. Spires. Did I play an attack already? No, it's kill, yeah. What do we do this? Yeah, we need to do something in order to manipulate the dude. Like this needs to be in front. Somehow. I don't know. How bad was it to... How bad was it to pick the recursion? Recursion is simply a good card, right? No crap attached. It's simply a good card. Must be. Naja, against the heart it has to be positive. With the pyramid we can keep it. It has to be positive. There's no way that one recursion is bad. There's no way. Compile drive. Compile drive is card draw. Yeah, 2. Okay, it's upgraded. Hologram is also okay, but I don't feel hologram as much as I feel the compile driver. Yeah, okay, this is getting funky. I mean, that's directly before the freaking shop, guys. We can take the 225 gold and the 6 max HP extra. You must be freaking kidding me. No, like, literally. Like, this is a joke, man. I mean, this is the nail in the coffin against the Spire. Yeah. Hey, alright. Oh, what? Wait, what? No, wait, what? Okay, wow. Yeah, regret we can boost away for 1. I think strike is probably worse, right? Yeah, I guess so. And then, yeah, the skim we can take. Skim is positive for sure. There's no way that skim is not positive for us. I'm pretty certain I'll take the skim here. Yeah, super nuts. Oh, there's also shackles if you want that. Don't know. Duplication potion for 39? No, I don't think so. No. All the defect hardware upgrades now. Yeah, super sick. Yeah, an upgrade freaking city. Yeah, an upgrade freaking city, guys. I don't even want to waste too much time here any longer. That's just... That branch. That branch pyramid. Interesting. It's not very good. But I think we already have solution anyways. So we can probably just keep it. Naja, it's obviously not very good with the recycle. I don't know. It's not that great with the reboot, partly with shackles. It's very much worse than usual. Yeah, it's very, very close to not taking it. It's very, very close to not taking it. And the next moment I just took it. I just took it! Oh, go for the ice upgraded. Ooh, pretty sick. So, yeah, 0 energy cards with the dead branch. Pretty sick. Yeah, let's take those. What's this? Smith? I would like to Smith, but there's only 1 button. Okay. We could use... yeah, whatever. How much do we take? 0! The passage route. Sure, why not? Oh, I should have better avoided that. My bad. I have to say there is a lot of garbaggio. Oh. Oh. Uha. There was something. Okay. Ruro. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No. Ja, also the Dead Branch. Puh. Also schon interesting, sag ich mal. Ja, schon interesting. But we have a lot of energy, so we can mitigate that. It's okay. It's not a problem. There are just these turns where we can just get the cards out of the hand again, which is pretty cool. Schon sick. Yeah, schon sick. But we are so freaking energy hungry. That's also crazy, honestly. Look at the energy hungry. It's crazy. Können wir jetzt das pumpen oder was? So, das muss ich so. Buffer. Buffer. That's a little bit the overview. A little bit. I mean, we have forced rest into the next dude, so I don't know. Oh, the village being. The village laughter. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know. Hey, Jan, danke für den Raid, Mann. Ich hoffe, das gute Games. Du hast gute Games gehabt heute. So, wir sind hier auch on a good way. Oh, hab ich schon alles gespielt? No, crap. Ja. So, was ist jetzt Bias? Also brauche ich Attack und jetzt Block oder was? Jetzt kommen wieder die Pellets, genau. Recycle irgendwas, sowas. Eine Echo-Form oder was? Jetzt nehmen wir trotzdem Schaden. Ne, nehmen wir nicht. Ne. Sowas? Hm. Das ist hier eigentlich Echo-Form. Ne. Das ist nicht so für die aus. Das ist Strom. Hab ich schon wieder verkackt. Ah, ich hab schon wieder verkackt. Okay, nevermind. What's with the graphics of this game? The graphics? What? Do we have another graphic complainer? Are you kidding me? What's wrong with the graphics, man? No, but I really don't understand it. I really don't understand it. It's like I just don't get people complaining about the graphics in this game. I don't. What is their problem, man? What the hell? What? What? What Art of War? Yeah, right, Art of War. What are you talking about? What do you mean? This is very clear here. Und jetzt geht's gleich weiter. Cool. Das ist ja komplett crazy. We are ops. We are ops. Yeah, I could have used power potion instead of upgrade, but I don't even. Yeah. Also instead we have remove, we have also extra orb slots. I like orb slots. Pause. Ja, machen wir Pause. Pause, guys. Ja, dann halt, genau. Okay. So how do we want to play it? You want to draw one more card. And we also have an upgrade potion. But we also have pantograph. So we might want to start with drawing a card and then see. Ach ja. So we play... Upgrade is one more lightning orb. Focus is better against the heart. We have dexterity, we have orb slots. We just heal full, remove the curse, which is good. Impossible to bot. But we already have a situation here, no? 7 plus 12 is 19, so currently that's acceptable. But we only draw 3 cards and then we already take 40. So we are already over damaged by 30. If nothing happens. Which is not exactly ideal. That being said, we also removed the Garbacho. So most of this is like either weaken or card draw or effective or block. Yeah, so that should be fine. Self-repair, we don't have self-repairs in the deck. We could use the upgrade potion, but the upgrade potion is very confusing. Confusing meaning not good, right? Simply not good. Focus potion being not good, upgrade being not good. Oh, okay. So, oh yeah, there's also stuff like shackles, of course. Yeah, but I mean, for those impossible clowns, I mean, this is not, also, yeah, you don't draw correct and then it's like complete trash, yeah? Also, need to put things a little bit into perspective here. Compile can draw 3 if we use the Glacier first, yeah. Upgrade potion could use if we need it. I don't think we need it. Question is compile maybe on the left one to deal damage. Yeah, left one is better because left one will probably falter. We have shackles for this. And then we have pyramid against spear. Yeah. Okay. So we could recycle Thunder to kill both, or what? Probably right. So is that how it works? Or not? I haven't checked. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's good enough. There is a capacitor plus, but we cannot use that. The capacitor plus is the bullseye is actually pretty cool. Not kidding. It's really good. Finally some orb slots. Yeah, we have perfect. So there's full HP. We start with a double echo form. Or we start with a triple echo form, we can choose. Do we want rather... I mean, we can start with one echo form and then see or what? I don't know. Oh, that's schon sick. What double echo aggregate you say? I don't know whether we say that. Do we say that? We could also triple, but double is probably good enough. So, yeah, double is good enough, guys. No need, no reason to get greedy. No reason to get greedy, right? I don't know. So yeah, or should have I kept the bullseye? Oh! Oh, sick! What? Whoa! What? Okay. What? I don't know. So oder was? What? Upgrade here, right? Hä? What? Nee, hä? No, again oder was? Hä? What? Wait, how many are too many? Wait, Storm? Storm and Lightning? Also good, right? Storm, Lightning, throw 2 or what? Reboot. Oh, 1 time 50. Oh, we cancelled out the vulnerable. Or Shuriken. 1 weakness for 2. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, reboot, huh? Shackles for 15. Okay, 2 is one strength and weakness. I like that. Yeah, it's 1 strength and weakness. So, for 13? Yeah, for 13. So, what are we currently doing? I'm not exactly... What's happening here? Playing 4 cards twice. Also, first of all, what is the general idea? We get a lot of orb slots, do we? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, did we have a... Okay, inserter. 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have inserter. So at some point it also goes to 8, but currently it's 7. So we would like to draw bias cognition, this and this or whatever. So what about the shackles? What's the worst? The worst of the deck says 15 times 3. So I'll probably wait. Will be huge with double aggregate. Now we play double charge battery, right? But yeah, so we wait, yeah? I mean, because shackles is so much more effective later. Like, so freakingly much more effective later. Oh, okay. 13 for shackles. Or did I want to use rebound? I really need to pay attention that I don't spew. No, like really, what upgrade potion when? Yeah, I don't know. But aggregate into reboot. Then you reboot twice. Yeah, I lost a little bit the overview. Yeah, I'm spewing. As a charge battery, he could have probably just used the upgrade potion. Yeah. Somehow. But the branch seems to reduce our block density. Ah, forget about that. Yeah, okay, I use the upgrade potion. Now it seems to be a good upgrade potion if you play defense here and such. So we could dual cast this and this, which is also not bad. Where are our orbs? What's happening here? What's happening here? Like, what are we doing? What are we not doing? I'm so confused. So first of all we blocked, second of all we blocked, the third card is echoed, the fourth card is echoed. Yeah. But we also gain energy next turn, we also Hello World. And we also have a little bit dexterity. We have orb slots which are somehow not filled, but the Hello World can fill them. Now we can use the dual cast to unfill our orb slots. Schon weird. Schon weird. We have permanent weakness if we want that. So I mean, in theory, you could use double shackles to deal, to take 0 damage as well. Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit tricky. We want Bias and Frost. Yeah, we would really love to have the Bias and Frost. Really. Yeah. So how do we get there? Also Loop. Loop, Bias, Glacier. Really like to get there, yeah. We'll get there with card draw. And we want them echoed. Yeah. And we can always do the Dark Shackles too, of course we have go for the S for artifacts. What classic saving Dark Shackles for the single hits from the heart instead of multi-attack? What do you mean? I don't know. We rebound nothing? No. We apparently don't rebound anything. So, but before we do the reboot, I certainly rather want to play 2 different cards twice. If I do this, we have like weakness 8, which is for the entire fight. That's not that bad. I'm really thinking about just like dual casting this. Why is it that bad? I don't think it's that bad. I mean, we are taking a lot of pings, and we don't have potions left. So interesting. We are not really benefiting from the double dual cast, I don't know. I mean, the aggregate just generates too much energy, but at least we can play everything. But everything also means block, and we currently... I mean, most of our deck is alive though, so I don't know. Our blocking game, fortunately, we got the dexterity, so that's good. It's weird. We just need single good cards. We have also focus already, don't we? 3 focus already. Because we just drank the focus potion. So every frost orb is also so good value. So interesting. So interesting. I'm just afraid of the pings we take. Maybe we should just not use the dual cast. I mean, how much is dual cast doing? I mean, first of all, it gets away the dark orb and the lightning orb. I don't even know. Is that even something super? It's not, right? Okay, I think maybe double go for the eyes for permanent weakness, double aggregate reboot or something. Darkness. We're currently taking 17. Not so cool, but naja. Now I'd rather want to dual cast one orb, yeah, because otherwise we simply overkill. So one orb into reboot is okay. Hey, honestly, I'm really thinking maybe Shackles for 13. Yeah, I don't know. It's not exactly 13 here. We could have also used them last turn. I don't know. But yeah, this is too good to pass up on. Shackles for 13. What is the best we can do later? The best we can do later is... I don't know. Yeah, schon Shackles, yeah. It's 11. Core Search. Yeah, I need to play. Rebound we don't, so reboot. Yeah, maybe we could have also played the Shackles last turn. So loop. Weird. Okay, so Defend can play next, so Skim first. Charge Battery can also play next. Let's play loop. Yeah, we can probably play Defend. I don't know. We need to play... Oh, Glacier. That I want to play twice. Bottle in 3. Yeah, we want to see the bottle, right? It's really stupid. So we really want to have the double Glacier. It's not even close. Why is the hard hitting for 22? Ha 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 ha! Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I don't know. We can play these two to get the crap out of the hand. I don't know. Probably yes. Probably yes. Or maybe you have the energy now. You get Shuriken activation. No idea. Okay. So this is clear. Double time this. Okay, why do I not play Rebound? Why do I do it immediately without thinking? It's such a monkey move time. Yeah, Rebound on Glacier, you say, yeah. Because Spew. Naja, Spew. Machen wir so. Sowas, ja. Wie kann man denn eine Hand haben, die so clunky ist? Kann man denn eine Hand haben, die so clunky ist, guys? How did the hand get so clunky? Ich sehe es gar nicht. This is so annoying. Dual cast can play, then this is looped or what? Whatever. Warum ist denn unsere Hand so clunky? Ja, die ist so mega clunky, die scheiß Hand. Kotze. Ja, die ist so mega clunky, die Hand. Warum ist denn die Hand so fucking clunky, guys? What's happening here? Dual... Ja, oder? Unreal, oder? What the hell? Ja, das ist auch 14 Block hier, Dual Cast ist. Ja. Danke, die Hand. Trotz, ey. Ich meine, was ist das für ein Schrott, weißt du? Was ist das hier? 22 Block, alles gut. Immer noch Double Time. Warum denn immer noch Double Time? Yeah, that was a great exhaust on the rebound. Rebound Stack oder was? So. check's nicht mehr. I'm not exactly sure what's happening here. Was ist das hier? 18. Oh, Multicast can also. 1, 2, 1, 2. I don't know. Eigentlich 1, 2 auch oder 1, 2 halt, ja. 1, 2. 1, 2. Das da, das da, das da. Das da. What bias? Yeah, we also have bias cognition in the deck. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's in the deck, right? There it is. Double time. Power and what? Power and attack, oder was? Or skill? Did you already play a skill? Is that a skill? Is that a skill? And what do we pull? This or was? Nee, recycle. I don't get it. We have it going, right? We have something going. What do we have going? Everything. Okay. We can kill with one go for the eyes. The last minute Shuriken played. Yeah, I'm not sure whether we needed that, but... It wasn't close, right? Probably not. We could have taken a full big hit. Yeah. Pretty cool. Ja. That was a very, very clean everything. Very, very clean everything. No. It's 15 and we killed the Spire exact. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Guys, see you around.